This tutorial will cover how to check out and enter payment for split transactions entered within Nonprofit Easy. When entering transactions to be paid for with a split payment, it is not required to either record or enter payment for these transactions in a single sitting. Once any given transaction has been recorded and saved, you may navigate away from the Checkout Transaction screen or even exit Nonprofit Easy completely, returning later to complete the process. To return to the checkout screen for a contact and their transactions, click on the View Cart icon in the upper right area of the screen from anywhere within Nonprofit Easy. This will bring up the View Cart pop-up screen, which will contain entries for all contacts with pending split transactions awaiting payment. If you have need to record additional transactions for a contact, you may click on the Add More Transaction button to begin the transaction recording process once again. To complete the payment process for a given contact, scroll down to the appropriate entry within this screen and click on the Checkout button. Now that you have returned to the Checkout Transaction screen for the individual contact, clicking on the Checkout button will start the payment recording process. Start by selecting whether the payment for the transaction has been received. Selecting No for payment received and clicking the Save button will save all transactions for this contact and mark them as unpaid. Selecting Yes for payment received will expand the section, providing fields to enter the specifics of the payment received. Start by selecting the mode of payment from the drop-down menu provided, which, depending on your selection, will present you with additional fields to complete. If you have chosen credit card as the payment option, you may check the box for Process CC Now in order to process the payment through Nonprofit Easy using your payment gateway configuration. Make sure to fill out all credit card and billing information and that all information matches the information registered for the credit card itself. After selecting the payment mode, indicate what day the payment was received and the amount that was received to cover the transaction. In some cases, a contact may provide you with payment insufficient to cover the costs of all transactions. Clicking on the payment allocation link will open a pop-up screen which will allow you to specify how much of the total amount will go to which transactions. If a transaction does not receive the full amount required for complete payment, it will be recorded normally and partial payment will be indicated. You can return later to these individual transactions through the contact's record and enter further payments as they are received. When payment allocation is complete, click the Done button to be returned to the checkout screen for the contact. When all payment information has been completely entered, click on the Save button and the transactions and payment will be recorded, and if applicable, the credit card will be processed by the system. Next, you will be taken to the Transactions Receipt page for the contact, from whence you can either print or email a copy of the transaction receipt to the contact. Clicking Cancel will bring you to the Contact Detail page for the contact. This concludes the tutorial on how to record split transactions and their payment within Nonprofit Easy.